Hi, welcome to my channel today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're feeling fine. Hello, everybody. I hope you're feeling fine. Okay, welcome again to my channel. This is Bay Teacher Oma, and you're welcome to my channel today. So today we're going to be discussing on something very important, and it's also a topic that we don't get to talk about most of the time in our schools. And who can guess? Okay, let me tell you. So today we're going to be talking about sex education in schools. Did you just say sex? Oh yes, I said sex education in the school. This topic is a very critical and yet very well, let's say serious topic. And because of its seriousness, quote and unquote, most school owners don't want to delve into it because probably mainly because they have different sets of children who are in the school, especially when you work in a school like mine where I work. We have whites, we have black, and other races coming to the school. So there's this tendency to be very careful, not to raise up any topic that will sound somehow somehow not pleasing to the hearing of everybody. So school owners tend to, push this topic aside. But yes, today on my channel, we're going to be discussing it. Yes, because it is very important. All right, so how do you, as a school teacher, as a classroom teacher, how do you teach sex education? Because now we can't just leave sex education to only biology teachers, for only home economics teachers, and for only teachers whose discipline delves into that aspect. Now, sex education, because of the way the world is going and because of how civilization and technology is taking us, the direction technology is taking us to, I personally think that every teacher should be armed, should be equipped with necessary knowledge about sex education and the various ways to teach it, irrespective of the class you are taking. So, if you are in the elementary school, you should be able to teach sex education to your children. If you are in the middle school, the high school, and even if you are a lecturer in university, you should know how to relate this topic to your children. So, let's go to the topic of the day. How do you teach sex education in the class? So, number one point I would like to make is that when teaching sex education, as much as possible, you should consider the class, the age range, the level of the children involved. Personally, I work with elementary school children, and that is children between the ages of, let's say, 7 to 9. That is the grade where I teach. And so when you get to that grade, you see that these children are actually, they know these things. They know the parts of their body. They know what it is called. So it will be so somehow for me to start saying, calling the breast something else, or calling the public hair, maybe under their armpit, something else. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But when you give this body part their normal name, they can be able to comprehend it at this stage. That is in the elementary school age grade 6 to 9. They should be able to know, okay, this is the breast, and this is this, and this is that. So, first off, consider the age grade, consider the class before you start off with teaching sex education. Second point I will mention is that as much as possible, please, teachers out there, let's be open. Let us be open. What do I mean by being open? When you are teaching sex education to children, do not hoard vital information. How do you hold vital information? Do not tell them that, oh, this place, because it is called a vagina, you don't want to call it the way it is. You don't want to tell them what will happen if that place is not well taken care of, or if that place is not handled properly. you tend to hide or hoard information from them. No, you don't need to do that, because at the long run, when these children grow up and they discover that, oh, my teacher did not tell us this, or my teacher said this was not the name, this was how it is, there's going to be a problem. Why? Because these children, when they get outside, they'll say, this is what my teacher said. This is what my teacher said. And don't be surprised that most of them believe their teacher way more than they believe their parents, their mothers at home. So that is why we must be very, very careful and very, very open whilst we are teaching them sex education. Thirdly, as much as possible, we should allow them ask questions. Truth be told, they have a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Where I work, I have actually started talking to some of our year six boys, year six girls, and you'll be surprised at what they say. You'll be surprised at the magnitude of the things these children know. You think they don't know anything, but when you hear them talk, when you hear what comes out from their mouths, you'll be shocked to your bones. So allow them ask questions. There's sometimes that they ask very sensible yet shocking question. And instead of me to be like, I just, speak with them and make it look as if it's normal. It is normal. So that I can be able to get to them, allow them speak some more, and be able to correct that impression they have. So please and please allow them ask questions. Number 4 point is that sex education should be relative. Relative. Now, what do I mean by be relative? We are Africans in this part of the world, in Nigeria, in Africa. We don't believe in what our brothers in the Western world believe in. We have different types of we have different types of sex. Some people say they are gay, they are lesbian, the LGBTQ community, the bisexuals. There is nothing like that over here. So we should streamline our teaching to what is obtainable in our cultural dispensation, in our region, in our country, in this part of the world. Let's streamline our teaching to. That is why when you are teaching children sex education, you don't finish teaching them sex education and then start showing them a condom. It's actually wrong. Make them understand that this is sex education, and as much as possible, I would love you to abstain. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying. The first one, I said as much as possible, we should teach them according to their age, their class, and their grade. Secondly, we should be open. Thirdly, we should allow them ask questions. And then number 4 is that sex education should be relative. It shouldn't be a universal knowledge of what we know as, oh, why sex education? Oh, it is no, it shouldn't be a universal knowledge. It should be what is obtainable in this part of this part, Africa, what is obtainable here. Teach it to them. And then number five, let us be honest. Let us be honest. Please, if you want to teach your child or you want to teach children, okay, I'm talking from the point of a class teacher. If you want to teach kids in year 6, these kids are already 10, some of them are 11. If you want to teach them sex education, call out the body parts the way they are. This is your penis. This is your vagina. Yeah, I know they will say, ha 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 ha. They may laugh. Ooh. They will have this funny expression on their face, but you'll be shocked that a whole lot of them know what it is called. Yes, they do know what it is called. And if you don't call it what it is called, they will even correct you. Yes, there was a time I was speaking to some of them in the class, and one of them corrected me and said, no, Miss Grace, this is not what it is. Mrs. Grace, this is how it is called. I was shocked. That is to show you that these children, they go online, they Google, they check a lot of sites, they see a lot of things. And so if you want to take them on sex education, you have to be very honest. You have to be very honest with them. Call out the body parts, the exact name it is. Tell them this is what this is, and this is why you shouldn't be engaged in things like this until this particular time. Be honest with them as much as possible. Be honest with them. I'll give an example. Where I work currently, a lot of things have been going on, and some children, when they talk, and you just look at them, be like, who told you that? Oh, I saw it online. Or who told you that? Oh, I heard my parents discussing it. Or who told you? I heard it from here. I heard it from there. And these are where places where they pick things from. Places where they pick things from. And as teachers, you will be so shocked that they know even far more than we can imagine they know. So imagine if we're not honest, then there will be no trust. Because in teaching sex education to children, there should be a level of trust between the teacher and the pupil or the student you are teaching, because it is when there is a trust level that a child will walk up to me and say, oh, Mrs. Grace, my uncle or this person or this uncle touched me here. I remember a child walking up to me, a girl in year 5 walking up to me and telling me, Mrs. Grace, this is what my uncle do. My uncle used to do this to me every time my parents are not at home. And I was shocked. I looked at her and I was like, really? I discovered that it was because she could trust me. That was why she was able to confide in me. So as much as possible, let's be honest so that these children can be able to confide in us. They can be able to confide in us. And then number six point is that we should try as much as possible to make a forum with their parents. And that is why PTA, Parents Teachers Association, is very important. The Parents Teachers Association is very important. Now in PTA, teachers in collaboration with school authorities should educate and enlighten parents on how to teach their children sex education even at home, because sex education does not just end in the school with the teacher. No, it is a continuous teaching that should maybe start from the school, then to the home, and from the home to other places. What I'm saying in essence is that as the teacher teaches sex education in the school, mothers at home should also pick up the torch, teach their boys, teach their girls at home. And that is why PTA plays a vital role in this regard. During PTA meetings, school owners should talk to mothers in PTA meeting about the need, the importance of teaching their children sex education. So there should be like a collaboration, like an agreement between the teachers and the parents on how to teach children sex education. So wherever it is the teachers stop in the class, the parents at home can also pick up from there and continue. And there should be a more like a flow. So it shouldn't be a situation where the parents are teaching them something else while the teachers are teaching them something. The children will be confused. They wouldn't know who to believe. They wouldn't know who to trust. And I'm very you agree with me that a confused child is a child who is in trouble, because he or she will not know who to trust or who to run to when he or she is at the crossroad of life. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Before I actually go, I want us to bring out the points again. In teaching sex education as a teacher, what do? The first is teach them according to their grade. The second is be open. The third is, as much as possible, allow them ask questions. The fourth one is that be honest with them. The fifth one is that teach them not just the children, also have a forum where both teacher and students, or the teachers and the parents of the students, can come together and discuss, rubbing minds on possible ways to teach their children effectively. And then number 6, which is the last one, is sex education is relative. It shouldn't be a universal teaching, because we are blacks and we are Africans. Okay, guys, so this is where I'm going to be ending this video today. And I promise, a lot of people have been coming to my DM to say, oh, how do we do this? How do we do that? How do we go about our lesson plan? Because I made a video about lesson plan. How do we go about writing our lesson plan? How do we go about writing our lesson notes? Well, I promise to make a video showing us how well to go about our lesson plan and how well to write our lesson notes. So I promise to make a video on that, and when I'm done, I will be uploading it soon. So please watch out, and please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and keep doing what you do, because teaching is a noble profession. Bye.